Hi everyone, and welcome to Module 3. So as of yesterday, we've officially started the third module in the class, and the big assignment for Module 3 is your informative speech. So make sure you're looking ahead and you look over the details from that, and please feel free to reach out if you have any questions involving the details of that particular assignment. So what's a little different about the informative speech assignment is you're not only going to be doing a self-critique for that, but you're also going to be doing peer critiques. And this is a really, really, really important part of the process. So make sure in addition to doing that self-critique that you are preparing critiques for the other people in your group. And in order to do that, and to do that according to the guidelines of the course, make sure that you pay very close attention to the guidelines for the peer critiques so that your peers really can get the most out of your critique of their particular speech. Okay, so at this point, each of the groups has done several discussion boards, and for the most part, everyone is really on track with those. A couple of things to remember for the discussion boards are, number one, I really want the discussion boards to actually feel like you are having a discussion with the other people in your group. So it's more than just a post that you put up and you don't ever go back to the discussion board again and leave it at that. You should be continually checking it. You should be posting, and you should be replying to the members of your group. So it's really important to these discussion boards to be responsive, because it is in a lot of ways sort of a training ground and practice to start communicating really regularly and be slowly building towards, collaborative work as a group. So it's really important that the discussion boards are kept up and you kind of work on those as a living document. Another thing that I wanted to mention, secondly, in terms of the discussion board, is if you actually end up doing group work on some other form of media that's not the discussion board, like a Google group, or you're doing it via email, that's okay. It's really, really up to you. The only problem with that is it's hard for me to track what everybody is doing and everyone's contribution when it's not on the discussion board, because I don't have access to all of those other things. So if you decide as a group that you want to collaborate somewhere else other than discussion board, please let me know so that I can kind of in some way be monitoring the process just to make sure that everyone's pulling their weight and doing what they need to do in terms of group work. And then the last thing that I want to mention about discussion boards and just group projects in general is when the product of a group assignment is one document that you're going to be submitting to Dropbox, please make sure that it is just one document. I know sometimes it happens and communication gets crossed, and sometimes multiple documents are by mistake uploaded to Dropbox. But try to communicate with your group members so there's only one. In the case where there is more than one, what I'll do is I'll grade the document that was submitted the latest that was submitted before the deadline. So if there are multiple documents that are uploaded, I'm going to choose the one that was submitted the last, and ignore any that were submitted past the deadline. So those were just a couple things that I wanted to mention about discussion boards and group assignments. The last thing that I wanted to bring up just generally in terms of group work is, if you are encountering any issues, and I hope this isn't a problem, if you're encountering any issues with group members who aren't keeping on top of deadlines, aren't really contributing on a level where they should be contributing, please let me know as soon as possible. It's my job to intervene and make sure that things run smoothly. So don't be afraid to let me know if things aren't going as smoothly as possible in terms of group work and how that's working out. Okay, so that's pretty much all I have for you this week. Everyone submitted their interviews, it looks like, and I'm going to be slowly working through those, and I really look forward to looking at those and giving everybody detailed feedback on their interviews and their resumes and all of those things. All right, well, thanks, and again, feel free to reach out if you have any questions about anything. Thanks.